I'm Tyler, I'm 22, and I'm not ashamed. Alright, so basically I was brought up in a Christian home for about all of my life, but at the time that I'm gonna talk about, it's different because I wasn't old enough to really understand the concept of religion and God and being in a relationship with Him and what it means to be a Christian. But I mean, there's not really any way that I can start this off soft. Pretty much when I was 9 years old until the time I was 10, I was sexually abused by a guy that lived down the street from me. He across the woods from my house, actually. It just happened every couple of days, sometimes 1 or 2 times a day. It depended on whenever he was around. I didn't really know what was going on. I mean, I was 9. I wasn't really sure what was going on was right or wrong, or if I should be feeling a certain way because it was happening. It's just... like, I don't even know how to describe it to you. It's just something that was so out of my control, and eventually my parents found out, and to be honest, I don't even remember how they did, but then I thought I was in trouble, and I thought that I was going to get punished or grounded or whatever, or like I couldn't watch TV for a couple days or something. I don't know, something like that. I guess my fear was that I wouldn't be able to watch TV for the rest of my life. But yeah, so after that I found out that what was going on between him and myself was very wrong and not normal. After all of that, I realized, like, I don't know what happened. Like, my mind just went into this downward spiral, and I just got super angry and super depressed about everything. I pretty much hated myself and kind of hated the world, and God wasn't even in the picture at this point. Like, I was just too focused on other stuff to even think of there being some higher being that would let this happen. I was really angry, and being 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 even, being as angry as and as depressed as I was, I didn't trust anyone after that, even though therapy helped a little bit, but at the time not as much as I guess I was expecting it to. So I became even more angry at that, and I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I just wanted to escape. An escape from the pain and an escape from life. Like, it just seemed so hard to like go on with this burden of being molested by a guy who lived down the street from me. Like, I don't know, it's just carrying that burden was just getting too much to handle, and all I wanted was to get out of it, and I tried 4 times actually. It was not the best time of my life, to say the least. All my friends at the time didn't want to deal with me being so angry and being such a bump on the log all the time. I mean, looking back at it now, I wouldn't have wanted to hang out with myself either. The last time I tried to escape life, I was sitting out on my roof, and this night is just so clear to me still. I'm sitting on my roof with my head in my lap and just tears pouring down my face, and I was like, if there's a God, like, you need to make yourself known to me now, because I can't do this anymore. It was too much for me to handle. I heard a voice, and it said, "You won't jump," and I was like, well, God, if this is you, you're doing a pretty crappy job. I didn't say crappy, but for the video, it's crappy. So you're doing a pretty crappy job for a God that supposedly loves us so much. And I remember him saying, "You won't jump because you need me, and I want you." And that's something that just hit me so hard, because at the time I didn't feel like I was wanted by anyone, let alone this omniscient, all-knowing, all-powerful being called God. After that, I pretty much sat on my roof and cried some more, and then I went inside and cried until I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I was like, alright, well, if this is true, then I'm gonna change, and I'm gonna hope that by the grace of God that something inside me will change too. So after that, I was probably 16, maybe 15 and a half at this point. I mean, my age isn't really too important. I just use them as markers for what happened when. I became a Christian and I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. And I wasn't really sure what to expect because I was all kind of new to the whole being in a relationship with God. But it was like there was a shift in my perspective. God was like, okay, I'm taking that negative and I'm shifting it and I'm using it for a positive. And I was like, how can that be used positively? And God was like, because there's others out there that felt the way you did. Alone, scared, like you're the only one that it happened to, that you're the only one that dealt with taking your own life, and the only one that's been sexually abused and stuff like that. But knowing that I'm not the only one, that God loves me and that He's using me to reach out to people that feel the way I felt. And that's the last thing I want, is for someone that's dealing with this or something similar, dealing with anything. I don't want them to feel alone. That's the worst feeling ever. Like, I've been there. It sucks. Real bad. It's like, even talking about it, like, I remember exactly how I felt on each day, because it's all just the same to me. Feeling just like unwanted, all that stuff. But in becoming a Christian, it's just, people have been like, well, you're only using it as a scapegoat to escape your own mental issues or whatever. You're doing it because you're afraid of what's gonna happen after you die or after you kill yourself, whatever. And you can say that if you want, but until you truly encounter the Spirit of God and encounter the love He has for you, then you'll know. I mean, you can call it what you want, but I know that the God of heaven and of earth loves me and wants an intimate relationship with me. Do you really feel like you have nowhere else to turn? Call it an act of desperation, call it whatever you want, but anytime you need Him, God's there, regardless of if you've believed Him before or not. I just want to love everyone, man. You know? It's just, that's what I want to do, and especially people that have been through addictions and suicidal thoughts and self-harm and being molested even. Like, you're not alone in this. You may feel like you're alone and you may be convinced that you're alone, but you're not. The biggest part of getting over everything that happened, like, not getting over it, because you don't really just get over something like that, but the biggest part of coming to terms with what had happened and just really accepting that I can't change it, but now I'm going to use it because I want to use it to help people. The biggest part and the biggest hurdle for me in that walk, specifically that area of my walk with Christ, was forgiveness. And the biggest thing that I had to do was forgive the guy who sexually abused me. It's still hard to think about. You know, it's like, how can I forgive someone that caused so much anger and so much depression in a 9-year-old kid until at the time he was like 15 or 16? Like, how can I forgive someone who stole my innocence? You know, it wasn't an easy thing. But I did. And after that, man, everything just kind of broke loose. Like, it just didn't bother me anymore that happened to me. And if somehow he's watching this video right now, just know that I forgive you. Like, I don't hold it against you. I'm not angry at you. I'm not mad at you. I mean, you did what you did, and that's it. I gotta live my life, you know? I can't let something like that hold me back. It's just dead weight. I got stuff to do with my life. I'm getting married next year. But like, I can't have something like that holding me down. And I don't know, man. It's just, Jesus is awesome. And I'm so undeserving, and I'm so imperfect still. I'm a human. I am nothing, and he is everything to me. Honest. I probably wouldn't be here making this video if he didn't show up. You guys have supported me through whatever I did, and I really can't explain how much that means to me. If you're new and you're watching this video, I'm not usually this serious. I like to make people laugh. That's just a thing that I do. But if you're just watching this, at least now you know the real me before you're getting into my other silly videos. I just can't be grateful enough to my family and my friends pushing me and inspiring me and encouraging me to get closer to God every single day. It's just, I am beyond blessed with all of it. I mean, even this, like, I get to sit in front of a camera and make people laugh, and whether I know it or not, you know, it's just, I'm a funny person sometimes, and I like to make people laugh. You are not alone in whatever you're going through. I just really can't stress enough how much I appreciate you guys sticking around with me, and how much I love you guys, and just want to meet all of you and just talk to all of you about anything. I'm going to throw this out here again. I have a Tumblr. It's TMNTyler.tumblr.com. If you follow me already, great. If you don't, click that follow button. If you don't want to, that's fine. But if you have questions or anything, please, 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 just submit one of those ask box things. Whether it's anonymous or not, just post it in there. Like, if it's not anonymous, I'm not going to judge you any differently. Like, I'm here to help you and support you with what you're going through, whatever it is. If you want to do it anonymous, that's fine. I'll still answer it, and I'll still love whoever the anonymous person is. I just thank you guys for watching this video. Please share this. I just want this, even if it helps just one person, just share it all over the place. That I love them, whether I know them or not, and I want to help them. So thank you guys for watching this. I love you so, so much. And I just thank you guys for your support, as always. And I know this video is different, but I hope you liked it. And that's it. I'll post videos that make you laugh soon.